Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is report: Liverpool could complete £100 million double January transfer deal. Liverpool could spend a further £100 million in January transfer window. Liverpool's extraordinary recruitment drive across the summer and the looming January window has pushed their seasonal transfer outlay towards the £500 million mark. The scale of the rebuild has stunned many inside and outside the game, yet the ambition behind it paints a clear picture of a club attempting to reposition itself at the top of both English and European football. Record fees, bold statements. Anfield Watch detailed the historic nature of Liverpool's spending, explaining that Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez arrived as record signings in their full-back positions, while Hugo Ekitike became the costliest striker in the club's history. The piece reminded readers that this was only the beginning, stating, Liverpool twice broke their transfer record with the first 9-figure signings in their history. Florian Wirtz's arrival, quoted as costing around £100 million before add-ons, represented a marquee step in Liverpool's efforts to refresh their attacking intelligence. Yet the bigger headline followed when Alexander Isak came through the door from Newcastle United. Anfield Watch reported that he became the most expensive player to ever join a British club, marking a watershed moment for Fenway Sports Group and the recruitment department. With roughly £400 million invested and over £200 million recouped through sales, Liverpool set a new benchmark for squad turnover in a single summer. And still, the story evolves. January targets, defensive and attacking priorities. The report outlined that another £100 million could go on players just in January, with Mark Guehi placed firmly back on the agenda. Crystal Palace collapsed the deal late in the summer, but with his contract running down, Liverpool sense an opening. A fee in the region of £15 million to £20 million is now seen as realistic. On the attacking flank, the club's focus is on Antoine Semenyo. According to Anfield Watch, Fabrizio Romano confirmed this week that Liverpool have eyes on Antoine Semenyo, who has a £65 million release clause this winter. With Luis Diaz sold and Mo Salah set to leave temporarily for Egypt, the need for a dynamic wide player carries weight. Semenyo's absence from AFCON, due to Ghana failing to qualify, adds to his strategic value. Squad improvement, big fees, and big questions. If both moves progress, Liverpool will sail past the £500 million spend mark across one season. The final line of the original article cuts to the heart of the matter. The question remains, though, have they actually made the team better? The scale of investment suggests a club aggressively backing its long-term vision. Yet with performances inconsistent and league position slipping, scrutiny is sharp. Major outlay demands major improvement, and the coming months will reveal whether this is a transformation or a transition still searching for clarity. Our view, Anfield Index analysis, Liverpool supporters are understandably split. On one hand, spending at this level feels like overdue acceleration from owners often labeled cautious. On the other, results have collapsed, confidence is fragile, and the influx of new players has not translated into cohesion on the pitch. There is hope though, and it comes from believing this squad has not yet settled into what it can be. Wirtz has already shown flashes of world-class influence, and Isak carries the profile of a centre-forward who can define an era at Anfield. The team has lost 5 of the last 6 league games, but fans feel the potential is clear once combinations develop and injuries ease. Guehi would be welcomed as a stabilizing presence at the back, especially with the defensive line struggling for rhythm. Semenyo brings power, speed, and availability during a period when Salah will not be present. Supporters see that as smart business rather than another gamble. The optimism comes from a belief that Liverpool are building for several seasons, not only the next fixture. If Slot can stitch this squad together, supporters see a team that could challenge again. The investment is huge, but fans are clinging to the idea that the ambition behind it will eventually be rewarded. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool admit transfer mistake and plan to agree quick deal. Liverpool have reportedly admitting they made a transfer mistake in the summer. They now plan to agree a quick deal to fix things. Liverpool got through an awful lot of business in the summer, spending on levels they've never reached before. We twice saw the club transfer record broken, and the deal for Alexander Isak broke the British transfer record, 2.in all. Liverpool got close to £450 million spent, with another £200 million plus coming in through sales. Just enormous figures that overhauled the squad. But the crazy part is that Liverpool wanted to spend more. The club tried to get a late deal over the line for Marc Guéhi, taking advantage of the Crystal Palace captain being in the final year of his contract. It seemed a deal was all but agreed. Then the Eagles pulled the plug at the last minute, citing an inability to find any sort of adequate replacement. We don't think that's the end of the story, however. Marc Guéhi to Liverpool. Football Insider claimed that Liverpool will try to sign Guéhi again in January. The report states that the Reds recognize and admit their mistake of waiting too long to actually push for the deal last summer. They attempted to pile pressure on Palace, who were perceived as needing to sell. As it turned out, they were willing to take the hit of Guéhi winding his contract down, rather than leaving themselves short for the season. And so Liverpool will change strategy. They still very much want to sign Guéhi and will make an offer quickly for January. They don't want to repeat the summer and end up without anything to show for it. They'll approach Palace early and give them what they need to get the deal done. Of course, January will be different. Guéhi will have under 6 months remaining on his contract, and non-English sides will be able to offer him a contract without even involving Palace. Liverpool won't have that luxury, but they'll hope to offer the Eagle some cash in order to get a deal done early. And the earlier, then better. Liverpool's transfer momentum is building fast as a key target becomes fully convinced by the Reds project, while the club prepares a quick deal after admitting a recent mistake. Antoine Semenyo's decision between Liverpool and Man United is set to shape January business, with the Reds also considering triggering a €50 million Bundesliga clause. Meanwhile, Real Madrid star Arda Guler has stirred controversy by calling a €70 million Liverpool midfielder boastful and loudmouthed, as Madrid plot a surprising move. A huge period awaits for Arne Slot's side. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our third news is Antoine Semenyo chooses between Man United and Liverpool. Manchester United and Liverpool have both been linked with signing Bournemouth winger Antoine Semenyo, but it is Ruben Amorim's side who are in pole position ahead of the January transfer window. Semenyo is one of the most impressive wide players in the Premier League currently, scoring 6 goals and registering 3 assists in the competition leading into the international break. The 25-year-old is wanted by a host of top clubs, with United among those thought to be right in the mix to snap him up, potentially even in the January transfer window. Semenyo has a £65 million release clause in his current Bournemouth contract for a certain time period, with David Ornstein reporting the Cherries will effectively be powerless to stop a departure in early January. Liverpool look to be the most interested out of United's Premier League adversaries, as they look for an injection of attacking quality midway through the season, with the Reds believing Semenyo can be their next Sadio Mane. Man United leading Liverpool in Semenyo race with player keen on move. According to a report from Spain, Manchester United are the front-runners to acquire Semenyo's signature from Bournemouth in January, with Ineos seeing him as a top target for the Red Devils. The report claims it's hard to believe Manchester United won't secure the signing, due to their willingness to pay the release fee and Semenyo being interested in a move to Old Trafford. They are ahead of Liverpool in the race, which will no doubt delight the supporters, with Amorim possibly eyeing a long-term replacement for Marcus Rashford, should he leave Old Trafford for good at the end of this season. Semenyo feels like an ideal signing for United in the mold of Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha, in terms of players who have proven themselves in the Premier League and are ready to make the step up to a bigger club. The Ghanaian provides strong end product on a consistent basis, and has scored twice in 3 Premier League appearances against the Red Devils, while Pep Guardiola recently hailed his ability, calling him an extraordinary player. Bournemouth manager Andoni Iraola was asked earlier this week about the situation, saying he isn't worried about losing his star player in January. It's something that especially you know that I hate to talk about in August, January, the moments when the market is open, but it is not one of those moments. It's November. I'm more worried about the situation of the players to play tomorrow, the short term, the things that really matter, and in January, we will talk about whatever happens, the players we need. But it is not something that I'm worried about today. Despite this, it is easy to envisage Semenyo's head being turned by a move to United, especially if they continue their recent improved form under Amorim, and he would be a fabulous addition to the attack. Liverpool's transfer momentum is building fast as a key target becomes fully convinced by the Reds project, while the club prepares a quick deal after admitting a recent mistake. Antoine Semenyo's decision between Liverpool and Man United is set to shape January business, with the Reds also considering triggering a €50 million Bundesliga clause. Meanwhile, Real Madrid star Arda Guler has stirred controversy by calling a €70 million Liverpool midfielder boastful and loudmouthed, as Madrid plot a surprising move. A huge period awaits for Arne Slot's side. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our fourth news is report, Liverpool could trigger €50 million transfer clause to sign Bundesliga forward. Liverpool's forward line has rarely lacked intrigue and this season has added another chapter. According to Caught Offside, Borussia Dortmund striker Serhou Guirassy is once again a name circulating around Anfield, with a €50 million release clause reportedly accessible only to a select group of elite clubs. It is a development that has prompted fresh discussion about squad planning and long-term strategy under Arne Slot. Recruitment revisited after mixed starts. Liverpool invested heavily in their attack last summer. Richard Hughes sanctioned 2 major deals, signing Alexander Isak for £125 million and completing a move for Hugo Ekitike at £69 million. The pair arrived as marquee centerpiece additions, yet the early months have not gone quite to script. The talent is unquestionable, but fitness interruptions have limited rhythm and consistency. Ekitike started brightly and looked at ease in Slot's system, however his influence has dipped in recent weeks. Those realities help explain why Liverpool continue to be linked with another striker. With Isak working to prove his durability and Ekitike comfortable operating in wider or deeper roles, the door remains open for a more traditional penalty box presence. Guirassy interest strengthens. Guirassy, who Liverpool monitored as an alternative to Isak last summer, has maintained his prolific output in Germany. Since signing for Dortmund in 2024, he has delivered elite numbers and his reputation has risen accordingly. The Caught Offside report made clear that Guirassy will have a €50 million release clause in his Dortmund contract, which is only available to an unspecified select group of elite clubs. Liverpool's inclusion in that group is not yet confirmed, but the prospect is enticing. For a player who was shortlisted for the 2025 Ballon d'Or after scoring 45 goals in 65 matches for Dortmund, the price point is undeniably attractive. Competition intensifies among Europe's big clubs. Any move would involve fending off major competition. Manchester United and Arsenal are both eyeing the forward, and Paris Saint-Germain have also shown interest. With Guirassy under contract until 2028 and approaching what could be his final major transfer, his profile fits several clubs seeking a clinical focal point. Liverpool have not always been ruthless enough in certain moments this season, and another reliable finisher could help alleviate the pressure on Slot's fluid front line. If an option of this caliber is genuinely available for €50 million, it is understandable why discussions remain active. Our view, Anfield Index analysis. There will be plenty of Liverpool supporters reading this with a healthy sense of skepticism. The club only just spent close to £200 million on 2 strikers, and the idea of moving for a third might feel excessive, especially when other areas of the squad could arguably use reinforcement. Many fans will look at the situation and wonder whether it reflects uncertainty around Isak's fitness or simply long-term strategic planning. Guirassi's record is excellent and the €50 million clause is tempting, but supporters might question whether Liverpool should be chasing a 29-year-old forward who will want guaranteed minutes. Slot has built a title-winning side based on balance, versatility, and trust in players to evolve within his structure. Introducing another senior striker will inevitably shift dynamics and could place pressure on those already competing for central roles. Some fans will also feel the club cannot keep investing heavily in the forward line while defensive depth and midfield succession planning remain ongoing questions. There is admiration for Guirassi's form but also caution, especially given how the club handled previous forward cycles. If this move happens, fans will want complete clarity about where he fits, why he is needed and how it strengthens Liverpool's long-term vision. Our fifth news is Arda Guler thinks €70 million Liverpool midfielder, boastful and loudmouthed, as Real Madrid planning to sign him. Real Madrid attacking midfielder Arda Guler has a poor opinion of Liverpool midfielder Dominic Szoboszlai despite interest from Los Blancos, according to a report in the Spanish media, as Fabrizio Romano's revelation about the midfielder's future comes to light. Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in the world, but that has not stopped Madrid from raiding Anfield to get, or at least trying to, the players that they want. Los Blancos convinced Trent Alexander-Arnold to turn down offers of a new contract from Liverpool to move to the Santiago Bernabeu in the summer of 2025, and are trying to snap up Ibrahima Konate as a free agent next summer when the France international central defender is out of contract. Sources have told Team Talk's transfer insider, Dean Jones, that Real Madrid want to sign Alexis Mac Allister from Liverpool next summer. Dominic Szoboszlai has also been linked with Real Madrid, with Hungarian news outlet Here TV reporting earlier this month that Los Blancos and Manchester City could make a move for the midfielder should he not sign a new contract with Liverpool. Defensa Central has now backed that claim, with the Real Madrid-centric news outlet reporting that the Spanish and European giants are starting to consider signing Szoboszlai. However, according to the report, Madrid and Turkey international attacking midfielder Arda Guler wouldn't like it because he thinks the Hungarian is boastful and loudmouthed. Defensa Central has noted the spat between Guler and Szoboszlai in March 2025, adding that the former won't be too happy when he discovers that one of the rivals who has most frustrated him could end up being his teammate at Real Madrid. Arda Guler doesn't get along with him, but Real Madrid are planning to sign him, claims the report in the headline in regard to Szoboszlai. On March 20, 2025, Turkey beat Hungary 3-1 in the first leg of the UEFA Nations League playoffs A-B, before winning the second leg 3-0 3 days later to win the tie 6-1. That result saw Turkey win promotion to UEFA Nations League A, while Hungary went down to League B. Guler scored Turkey's second goal in the second leg at the Puskás Arena in Budapest and controversially celebrated by making a shush gesture directed at Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai had been in fine form for Liverpool at the time, while Guler was struggling for playing time under then Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti. The Hungarian midfielder, who went on to win the Premier League title with Liverpool last season, took a dig at Guler on social media. In an Instagram comment beneath an image showing him silenced by Guler's gesture, Szoboszlai wrote, 1088, the number of minutes the Turkish star had played for Madrid at the time. Guler hit back at Szoboszlai and reposted the same image on his Instagram story, while writing, "This guy is a joke. Isn't 6 goals enough to shut you up?" As reported by the Liverpool Echo at the time, Guler also subtly edited the scoreboard graphic on the shared photo. It was edited with the match's 3-0 outcome and highlighting his goal while sarcastically crediting Szoboszlai. One Instagram comment to Hungary's scoreline, "What are Liverpool plans regarding Dominic Szoboszlai?" Szoboszlai is under contract at Liverpool until the summer of 2028, and the defending Premier League champions have no plans whatsoever to sell the Hungary international midfielder. The 25-year-old midfielder joined Liverpool from RB Leipzig in the summer of 2023 for €70 million, £61.5 million, $81 million, and has established himself as one of the first names on manager Arne Slot's team sheet. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano reported earlier this month that Liverpool are working on a new contract for Szoboszlai. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is huge boost, Liverpool transfer target fully sold on Reds project. Liverpool are looking in a strong position to sign Crystal Palace central defender Marc Guéhi as a replacement for Ibrahima Konate, as first reported via the Daily Briefing. Guéhi is nearing the end of his contract at Palace, just as Konate is also coming towards the end of his current deal with Liverpool. Both players are on course to become free agents next summer, though Liverpool are trying to keep Konate with a generous new contract offer. If the France international decides to move on, one imagines Reds fans would be pretty happy with a player of Guéhi's caliber joining on a free transfer. What's the situation with Liverpool's move for Marc Guéhi? As has been widely reported, LFC came close to landing Guéhi in the summer, before Palace pulled the plug on the deal late on. Still, my understanding remains that Guéhi is fully sold on the Liverpool project, with the Merseyside Giants the favourites to sign him, as he also has no intention on signing a new deal at Selhurst Park. The 25-year-old looks ideal to replace Konate, though one imagines Liverpool would ideally keep the Frenchman and have both players in Arne Slot's squad next season. After big spending, Guéhi on a free transfer is just what Liverpool need. Liverpool's recent signings haven't really worked out, with Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez all costing big money but struggling at Anfield, so it would be slightly ironic if after all that spending, a free transfer like Guéhi ended up having the most positive impact. Of course, if Guéhi weren't so close to the end of his Palace contract, he'd likely cost a big fee as well, but it just shows that there is good business to be done without necessarily just throwing money at the game's biggest names. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we.